Hey there. Welcome to Wait a Minute. My videos, my thoughts, and I'm sharing them with you. Wow. It's been a good day so far, and it's about to be a better day. I'm on my way to Grand Haven. Hopefully the rain will hold off and I can walk a little bit. But whether it does or not, I'm going to visit with some friends and have just a casual good time. And I'm down for that. Sometimes you get all worked up and tense and stressed out and you just never know. You feel like you don't even always realize that you're doing it, but you get yourself all tensed up and your stomach's in knots and your shoulders and neck muscles are all tense, and at some point you might realize it and you're like, huh. And then before you know it, you're doing it again, Well, today's not going to happen that way, dang it. I've had a couple times today where I had to relax my shoulders because they were all tense, but no reason, just they are. So, hey, I have done something that I hardly ever do. I deleted a video today. I know, it sucks, but I'm not really sure. I don't know, maybe it wasn't meant to be, because every time I try to do it, I wasn't feeling it. So I finally stopped it and I listened to it today, and it's terrible. So I deleted it. Still want to do that subject sometime, but not right now. Today, I wanted to talk about cancel culture and other nonsense. Now, I'm not trying to, push anybody away or say, oh my goodness, this, that, and the other thing. I'm not trying to be political. I'm not talking about just, hey, we want to get rid of, I don't know, that Satan statue. I don't know. Not everything falls under the category that I'm speaking of. So, try to be a little bit lenient because I'm not talking about every single thing across the board. However, I'm talking about most of it, just so you know. So, I was talking about this to my friend Michael the other day, my boy, and it's like we're being brainwashed. I mean, a lot of the stuff that's being cancel culture type stuff is like, it's not even something that we're worried about. It's something that someone else is worried about, and they want us to worry too. And I don't know, it's like weird. It's like, if you don't think, I probably said this the other day, but if you don't think that somebody somewhere is trying to distract us and get us all segregated so that none of us can think with our, we can't join together and think with one mind and in one accord and all that kind of stuff. If you haven't noticed that, look around. I mean, even to the little things. There's people that are just say the little tiniest of things to lean you that way. And then they'll say a little more the next day, a little more. They're moving you. They're gradually getting you into whatever the thing is. I would say it's kind of like sin. When you're a Christian and you're living your life, and there's always some sin creeps in, or some sin tries to get you, and sometimes you give in, sometimes you don't. But it starts with a little thing. It might be that you're tempted, to look at that hot girl at the beach, or you might be tempted to maybe look at porn later, or you might be tempted to get a hooker. Okay, I know that's a strong word, but I'm saying it starts with a small thing and then builds. And I'm not saying every single person here is that lust is going to have a prostitute. I don't mean that. I'm just mean it's like all things start like drug addiction. They didn't start by slamming heroin or something. They started with something and moved on. And I'm not talking about like gateway drugs or anything like that. I'm talking about just whether it's addiction or just the way that you do things. People tend to start with something small, smoking cigarettes, let's say, and smoking weed, and smoking crack, whatever. Just, it's a gradual thing. You don't just jump into usually like meth or something. And I'm not trying to make an argument, guys. I'm just trying to make a point. So I feel like that's the way with the world today. Is everybody I know thinks the world is insane right now, and I agree with you, and I think we all agree with you. So let's just let's just bask in our agreement. We can agree. It's wonderful. The only thing that's not wonderful is that we can't agree together, because we look at the other one and say, oh, that one believes that, so I'm going to believe this, or that one's enjoying this freedom, so I'm going to take it away. I'm going to rally against it because I don't want anybody to feel free. Well, you know what? we're in the land of the free and the home of the brave and all that stuff, but hey, we're brainwashed. I hear people say the word sheeple, and I kind of like it, but I kind of don't. But we're brainwashed. We're brainwashed to believe whatever they want us to do. They want us to mosey into some kind of line, so that we're in the line where everybody stays in the stay in straight line, stay single file, everyone single file, right on into wherever, right off a cliff. They are leading us right into destruction. They're leading us right into, so we all fall along the lines of what they want and what they do, and how messed up they want us to be, so that they can still rescue us and come in and make us dependent on them. And that's a thing. I'm not doing a oh my gosh conspiracy theory. I'm saying that's a real thing. Look around with an open mind, and I don't care which side or whatever you're looking at, but see if the powers that be aren't programming people to be a certain way. I mean, for real. I could talk about this forever, but I'm not gonna. So there's that. Okay. Well, here's the thought. We live in the land of the free and the home of the brave. Here we are. We're free. We're the United States. We're free. Yeah, free. Yeah, free. Yeah, really? I'm not so sure about that. Not so sure about that. Think about things right now that you know of that has been taken away from you, or is being taken away from you, or is being like they're making you numb to the thing, so that when they do take it away, you won't be so upset. I mean, really, think about that. And here's the deal, and I'm going to wrap it up with this. We talk about, especially even in cancel culture, we talk about slaves, and usually referring to African American slaves. However, I'm Irish, and the Irish people were brought over as indentured servants, which was very similar to slaves. So there's a lot of people that were slaves, but I'm just talking in general the term. I'm not trying to insult anybody, but we can look back at those people, and yeah, they were slaves, and they didn't have a choice. They had to be what people told them to be, and that was it. There wasn't really, they didn't say, hey, would you do this for me, and all that. It wasn't like that. I'm sure it wasn't a pleasant life, and I'm sure the chains got old. I'm sure it got old pulling around a chain, or a ball and chain, or being chained to a wall, or however they did it in different places, however abusive they could be, or non-abusive, depending. Here's the deal. Today, following right into the destruction, following right into their hands, whatever they want us to do, even though it's not something we want to do, dude, we're not free. We're slaves without chains. They don't need chains because we do as they say. Think about that. We look back on slavery as it was a terrible thing, and it was a terrible thing. But we look back on it like, man, that was terrible. I can't believe they had slavery back then. And that used to be me when I was young. I couldn't fathom people being so cruel and so rotten as to, take a slave, own a slave, and then to abuse them on top of that, and treat them like animals and lock them up and chain them up and all that kind of stuff. I couldn't believe that when I was a kid. Well, here it is, 2021, and we don't have to have the chains anymore. We don't have to have cages, because we are slaves without chains. It's a struggle for me. I think that's really sad, and I guess you could say pathetic, but I'm not slamming on any of us. I'm just saying that's happening. It's sad and pathetic. I don't know. I think we got a lot more problems than we think we do, and we need to work on the core problems, such as, when was the last time we thought for ourselves? When was the last time we actually said, you know what, this is something that I need to work on, and even though it goes against the grain, it's not what everybody else thinks I need to do. When was the last time we stood up and said, you know what, I don't care what everybody else says. This is something I need to do, something I want to do, and it doesn't matter that they want me to be a slave. I'm not going to be a slave. I have no chains because I'm free. And you know what? I don't know how many chains I have on me, if I have any chains on me, but in my mind and in my heart right now, I have no chains. I'm good. I'm not going to fall into everybody's category of what I should be. There are no chains on me. No, I'm not going to follow that cancel culture or any other culture. Thanks. Bye.